Okay, it's actually been an extremely positive experience having worked with you. I learned more about how I can adjust myself to the cannabis experience than I thought I would ever find out, because I never looked under the hood before.
Hmm.
And I have not become, like a chimney smoker. I really still do have some of the limitations that were inherent in what my gene profile tells me that they are. But on the other hand, I've had some very interesting after effects based on the stack that you encouraged me to start taking. And I don't know if I can show you this, but that's the stack.
Excellent.
Now, you can take a look at that later, but the biggest change has been with acetylcholine.
Hmm.
Acetylcholine is the one that you said was associated with memory issues.
Hmm.
And I was one of those forget everything people on my own, never mind if you add cannabis to the mix. I just confirmed this with my girlfriend. Since I started taking the alpha GPC and the other things too, I mean, I don't know if it was the high B vitamins or whatever it was, but the alpha GPC is specific. I apparently have visibly changed in how much short-term memory problems I used to have. And that's both high and not high. So there was something missing in my brain and in my body that you allowed me to amp up. And it's worked really, really well. The other encouragement that you gave me was that if I don't process the THC out of my system at the same rate that other people do, that I may have to simply be more moderate. And I have been. I no longer get macho about it. I don't eat edibles like, it's not going to affect me because everybody else in the room is doing fine. And that was a big plus, because now I can titrate, or I can just not do it. And a lot of times I don't. The other thing is that I've really gotten into CBD as a regimen. It's nice, and according to the research you gave me, it actually does. My body actually does process CBD quite well, and that's why I can take larger doses of it. I mean, up to like 100 milligrams, and I'm still feeling really good. Other people are taking like 20 or 30, and they're actually feeling it. And it's not the same thing as THC exactly, but it's not nothing. And it's very, very effective, especially with a tiny bit of THC, which is in the range where I can handle it. So that's about where I sit. If I can tell you anything more, maybe you can ask the right questions.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic to hear, especially about the memory and the alpha GPC.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, what has CBD been doing for you?
Oh, it's a deep chill. It's a high without the paranoia. It's sleep, improved sleep. I work out a lot, so sometimes I overdo it. Sometimes I get sore, and CBD just really allows the pain to get down to a manageable level. It's like I know it's there, but it's no longer disturbing me. It's just sort of a sensation rather than a pain. And honestly, THC does that too, but CBD is better at it.
Hmm. So for you, having the information about what's going on under the hood has really allowed you to tweak
Oh
and
yeah.
refine what you're doing.
And it's allowed me to explain myself to people. If I tell somebody, I really can't do that with you right now. It's like only when I'm at home and there's nothing going on am I going to eat that gummy bear or whatever it is. If I do it now, I don't process the THC correctly, and I'm likely to have a bad time. So I'm just not going to do that. And most people are just like, fine, we understand. And some people look at me with that, oh my God, I'm the same way. How did you find out about that?
Uh-huh. And so
Which has been nice to tell them.
yeah, and so having a little bit of that personalized information has given you more license to be upfront with that with people and change your usage to reflect that.
Yeah, to be healthy, instead of not knowing and feeling, because I used to personally feel like it was my fault, like I wasn't tough enough, or I wasn't, cool enough, or all that stuff that goes on in your brain when you're not getting what you want out of a situation. That's what would happen to me. And now I'm fully happy with saying, this is my gene profile. This is what I can do. This is what I can't do. And it just, I have a good time,
Yeah.
like most of the time now.
Yeah, great. And knowing your gene profile, you've learned some things that have been able to modify some of the experiences, like with the alpha GPC and those things to shift it a little bit too.
Yeah. Plus, it got me into the idea that there are certain things that are controlling how my body and brain respond. And since I have slight problems with inflammation, that led me to getting the curcumin on board. And that's changed a great deal. That's not like cognitive, that's more like body stuff. But it meshes really well with the alpha GPC, which is helping my nerve conduction. So my workouts have gotten a lot easier. My recovery time is a lot faster. I wouldn't have gone from the alpha GPC to the curcumin to better effects without you.